This is Abigail Mensah-Bonsu, and this is your Goddess Energy Forecast for this week. So this week we will be, some of the energies that we're playing around, we're entering the lunar new year, which is the year of the metal rat, and this is the Chinese New Year. And so where we have that ability to focus on our goals and our intentions, right? Remember at the beginning I said not to worry, not to rush into writing down your intentions just because it's January 1st, to rather slow down and let your goals come to you. These goals will be more aligned to you on the soul level. So the Lunar New Year, most people believe that's actually the real New Year. I believe the real beginning energetically is probably like the ending of January to beginning of February. So whatever feels right to you. But again, remember not to rush. It's not about the rushing. If it is March and you still haven't written down any goals, it is okay. You know, my whole theory is for you to allow those intentions and those goals to come to you, because those are the ones that will be more aligned to you, right? For me, what I've experienced is that as I'm moving through the day-to-day, moving through that energy, what I need to create begins to come to me. I begin to see it in my daily life, whether I see it in a movie, whether someone mentioned something or someone shared the experience with me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I would love to experience that, right? So focus on that. The other thing that's coming up this week my question for you actually is, which area of your life are you focusing on for 2020? And I invite you to get out of the mental, the mind, right? The mental mind, and rather step into that soul energy essence. How do you step into the soul energy essence? Is dropping into your heart and listening to that voice, the voice of your higher self. And let that voice tell you or work with you or show you, I like that better, show you which area of your life you need to focus on for 2020. When I asked myself this question, it's very interesting because the signs already came in, right? And I invite you to pay attention to where the energy is pulling you to put your attention. So is it in terms of family? Is it in terms of career? Is it in terms of finances? Is it in terms of community? Is it in terms of personal development? And is it in terms of spirituality? Where is your energy pulling you to focus on? Health and wellness. Mine is definitely career and health and wellness. And health and wellness is actually priority, and it came in very clearly. And then the career is the second one. And so I invite you to think about this, chew on it. Where is the energy pulling you to focus your attention? So that's one of the things that came in very clearly on what type of soul questions we should be asking ourselves. So, and I think it's perfect. It's a perfect question for the Chinese New Year, right? There was something else that was supposed to come in, or that was coming in. Sometimes when it comes in, if I don't write it down, it just kind of goes away. Hopefully it will come back. Or maybe it's not in alignment with us anymore. That's totally fine. So again, the message of slowing down and taking your time continues through this week. So that message came in last week. It also continues through this week. We're still in January. The energy of the new year hasn't quite rooted or grounded yet, right? And again, give it till February before you start to feel everything settled. There we go, settled down. This year, what I'm noticing is that so far we're being asked to do things differently. And that is in all the areas of our life, whether it's business, whether it's relationships, whether it's family, whether it's health and wellness, whether it's personal development, whether it's spirituality. We're being asked to do things differently. We're no longer doing things just because, just because someone else did it, or just because that's just how it is. It's almost like I'm getting like the rebel energy. Maybe that's the Aquarius energy, and I'm gonna talk about that soon. That might be the Aquarius energy that I'm tapping into. But we're being asked to find a different way, and this different way is more aligned with us on a soul level. Right, we're doing things. We're being drawn to choose things, to create things, to do things from a soul level, well, from a place within us. Like when you check in with yourself, you get a clear yes. When you check in with yourself about that, it feels good. And since we hit 2020, like that energy like came in immediately. So I wonder, how has that showed up for you? In January, we're like mid-January, past mid-January. January is almost over, right? What has been coming up for you? I want you to pay attention to the topics, the cues, the things that are coming up for you in January, because they are setting the stage for you for the rest of the year. Don't just chuck them aside. Pay attention to where you're being challenged, because most likely that's where you're going to be facing your mastery. That's where you're going to be mastering this year, basically. So pay attention to what is coming up for you in January. Write it down. Grab your journal and start writing the stuff down of what has been coming up for you. What is being screamed at you at this time? Where is the universe trying to direct you to, or redirect you to? Pay attention to all of that, because they're giving you a key of how your 2020 is going to be. If you're not part of my Moon Goddess Sacred Sanctum Facebook group yet, make sure you join that group, because in there I walk you through ways that, using simple tools that can give you clarity on what the energy of your year is. Right. So let's go back to Aquarius, because that's the other energy we're playing with this week, is the new moon in Aquarius. That energy alone also feels like a new year to me, right? Aquarius really brings in that. It's like technology, the reinvention, but there's a feeling of lightness with it, because Aquarius is an air sign. It's a feeling of lightness, but it also gives us that dreaminess in a way. It's like dreaming about something and then go like creating it. So it's not here. There's another part coming in, is that Aquarius is like the dreamer, right? But because we're in the energy of 2020, which is a 4-year in numerology, we're not just being, it's like we're going beyond just the dreaming and actually creating that dream. The 4 really requires us to take the real action steps, like take action steps towards what you would like to create. So we're no longer just stuck in our brain dreaming away, right? When the dream comes in, it also anchors into your physical reality, and you take the actions on it to root it down into your physical life. So if you haven't, one of my clients said she's waiting until the new moon to write down her intentions. So if you haven't done that yet, or written your goals or what you would like to create this year, the new moon in Aquarius is perfect. It's a perfect time for you to do that. And it will perhaps even give you clarity on which direction, or what you're being called to create, what you're being called to step into, what you're being called to master this year. Remember, whatever it is that you're setting this year, it's like the foundation for the next decade. So you're being called to pay attention. Don't just live just because. Be conscious of every step you take. Be conscious of every decisions you make. Be conscious that you can choose to experience. The keyword choose is important. You have the power, you have the ability to choose whatever you would like to experience. That's like the main thing coming in for me. And for all of us, you have the power to choose. So what do you choose to feel? What do you choose to think? What do you choose to create? What do you choose to bring into your physical reality? What type of reality are you creating? These are all questions that are coming in this week with the Aquarius new moon, as well as the Chinese New Year. So now let's go ahead and dive into the messages. So the messages this week, of course, the goddesses came through with a message, but we're also getting messages for our soul, from our souls, if that makes sense, from our higher selves, right? And so depending on which number you chose, you will receive not only a goddess message, but also a soul-aligned message with a soul-aligned action. So if you haven't done this yet, go ahead and close your eyes, place your hands on your heart, take in some deep breaths in, connect to your heart space, and ask, what are you ready to receive this week? What message are you ready to receive? Or what direction should you choose this week? Where should you put your focus or your energy this week? Once you receive the number 1, 2, or 3, go ahead and open your eyes and let's begin. So if you chose card number 1, or if card number 1 chose you, the goddess that you're working with, or the goddess that is stepping next to you to work with you, is a goddess of Metis, bringing in the message of wisdom. Now your soul message or your soul question is this: am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? Am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? So let's begin with the message from Goddess Metis. And I love this picture. The card is beautiful. Here's her message. Experience woven together with knowledge creates a beautiful thing, which is called wisdom. Its parts are intertwined like a finely made rope that is so strong it can't be cut. Wisdom, once earned, becomes an essential part of you. Right now, the goddess of wisdom, the Greek goddess of wisdom, Metis, says you know exactly what to do in your current circumstances. The real question is, do you have the courage and commitment to make a wise choice? Your answer is not to hide. You are being invited to look within rather than without. Take the wisdom you already have and apply it to your question. Perhaps, however, you must instead draw forth the humility to find someone wiser to weigh in. In this powerful time, others may seek you out for your wisdom. This is also an auspicious period when new relationships are founded on deep truths shared with others. You are entering a potent period of your life to share all that you are and all you have learned. Extraordinary things are possible when the goddess Metis reminds you of your wisdom and the need to express it. So again, the question, this is your soul question to contemplate on this week. Am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? Are you going through some change? Are you scared to let go because of what you might lose? What if you shifted your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? Endings are actually new beginnings. And here's your soul action for this week. For this week, make a list of all the things you will gain from the change you are going through. Feel your heart. Take a deep breath and deepen into trust. Amazing things are coming. Beautiful. If you were drawn to card number 2, let's see here. The goddess that you're working with is Shakti. I love this goddess. This is one of my close goddesses, or the goddesses that work with me. And this week she's bringing in the message for you. It's about transformation. So here's her message. Wonderful change is afoot in your life when the Hindu goddess Shakti comes to support you. All your longing, desire, and focus on something better in your life, coupled with your willingness to do the work, has ignited the life force energy of the great goddess. She responds now to bring you your heart's desires. Know that now is the perfect time to move into the highest version of yourself. Are you ready for this change? This change that you so badly want. Everything depends on how honest and clear you have been and how willing you are to explore other ways of being authentic in the world. You have the magical, feminine, divine energy of the creator goddess Shakti to help you when you become open to doing things differently. You are stepping into your destiny. Do so wisely and without guile, and you will be amazed at the way the world awakens with breathtaking beauty. And this is, I love this message. And so this is your soul truth, if you are drawn to card number 2. What are the dominant emotions that run my life? What are the dominant emotions that run my life? How do you feel today? And this is something that you should contemplate this week. All the soul messages are things that you can journal upon and contemplate for the week. So how do you feel? How do you fill your day? Stress or joy? Trust or anger? Anxiety or peace? We have only today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring us the feeling we seek. But when we begin filling every day with that which we value most, we will attract more of it. This is fulfillment. Here is your soul action for the week to bring you into alignment. Lean into what you want to feel and adjust your life, your values, and your expectations to match your desires. What do you want to feel? Are you willing to let go of the belief that you have to achieve something to feel it? Beautiful. And if you were drawn to card number 3, the goddess that you will be working with for this week is Goddess Branwen. And she's bringing in the message of forgiveness. This is her message. Sometimes life invites us into conditions that challenge us to the core. As the Celtic goddess Branwen forgave those who caused her own death by a broken heart, she asks you to set yourself free from the seeds of resentment that will surely choke the life out of your dreams. We are wounded by others and weave stories about our hurts and losses that live on in our hearts and minds. We come to distrust the potential of love and connection. No matter what your story or when it began, forgiveness is the key to freedom here. Forgiveness allows for mending and repairing, opening the heart to give and receive. If you need to forgive yourself or others, now is the time to do it. Keep your heart open and you can begin again. Only beauty, freedom, and treasures are found in the spirit of forgiveness. The goddess Branwen is here to support you. So if you chose card number 3, You're working with Branwen to work on some forgiveness stuff this week. Your soul also has a message for you. And this is the message. Well, this is the question from your soul. Am I willing? Am I willing? So tying it back to forgiveness. Are you willing to forgive yourself and others so you can set yourself free? You are on the edge of something great. Can you feel it? Yes, there is risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. Failure is certain and vulnerability is a requirement. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. And this is your soul action for this week. Be brave. Follow your heart's compass and lift the lid on your own dreams. Here's your mantra. It's possible. It's possible. Everything is possible. Beautiful. So those were the messages. You received both a goddess message as well as a soul message, which came with a soul-aligned action. So let's jump into the meditation. Go ahead and find a comfortable position and begin to connect to your breath, breathing in and breathing out. With each inhalation, filling in your lungs and every cell of your body, refreshing them. With each exhalation, release the stress, the tightness, the headaches, anything that does not feel good. With your next inhalation, breathe in light. Let it fill every part of your body, every part of your cell. And with your exhalation, breathe out anything that is not light. Now imagine, see, sense, or feel a beautiful pillar of light coming down from above, entering the crown of your head, going through your forehead, going through your neck, your shoulders, filling your heart space, going through your torso, all the way your hips, your legs, and out through the bottoms of your feet into the earth. Taking a deep breath in here. Now this time we're calling that beautiful golden bubble of light to come down and surround you. So see, sense, or feel this bubble of light coming down and just kind of wrapping around you and expanding in all directions, 360 degrees. Go ahead and take in some deep breaths in here as you step into the high vibration of angelic energy, angelic light. And I'm seeing that some of you have your angels, your guardian angels, and even your mentor, archangels, standing there with you. So pay attention to who steps in. Go ahead and breathe. Breathe in light. Exhale. Breathe out anything that is not of light. And now bring your awareness to your heart space, and within your heart space, see a beautiful flower begin to bloom. Take notice of what type of flower that is, because that is your soul flower. And usually the way I work with this flower is that I bring it into the physical by also bringing that physical flower into my home. So for example, if it is a rose, I'll make sure that I have roses in my home. If it is, whatever flowers that is, make sure that you bring that into your home so that you can bring that frequency also into your home. Remember, it's no longer just spiritual. It's about anchoring the spiritual energy into the physical reality. So go ahead and deep breath in, breathing in that golden angelic light, sending it into your heart space. and allow that golden light to feed your soul flower, and see, sense or feel your soul flower begin to bloom and open up. And as it opens up, it begins to give off this beautiful fragrance and light. Take notice of what color that light is. Again, this is your soul color. And each of the color gives you information about what you're here to do and who you are and where you're going, all that important questions. So breathe in, observing your soul flower as well as your soul color. And at this time, go ahead and bless yourself. And you can repeat this mantra. I bless my mind. I bless my heart. I bless my body. I bless my spirit. I bless my path. I bless my journey. I bless my dreams and my creations. I bless my businesses. I bless everyone that I love. I bless who I want to become. I bless my home. I bless my job, my work. I bless my hands, my eyes, my ears, my nose. I bless all of my senses, both the physical and the extraordinary senses. Taking a deep breath in here and receive your blessings. I bless my family. I bless my children. I bless my siblings, my parents. I bless all who I love. Taking a deep breath in here. And imagine, see, sense of feel. Create like this, like a miniature version of your golden bubble of light. And send it to everyone that you love, as you bless them with this light too. And as you're doing that, I'm going to call in the goddesses. Calling in beloved Branwen, goddess of forgiveness, beloved Shakti, goddess of transformation, and beloved Metis, goddess of wisdom, to come and walk with us this week and guide us this week. And we're also calling in your higher self to also come in and work with you this week and beyond, not just this week. Go ahead and place your hands on your heart with the energy of gratitude. Say thank you, thank you, thank you for this blessing for this week. Thank you for your guidance, divine, and my own higher self. Thank you for your blessing. So be it and so it is. And if you have any intentions you'd like to set this week, this is the time. Go ahead and you can speak it out loud or you can speak it within your heart. And allow that same golden light to just infuse it and empower it. Beautiful, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you for receiving this week's message. I'm so excited for you. Go ahead and use the wisdom that came from each of the goddesses, as well as the direction that you received from your own soul, and take the aligned action too, because that will always push you forward. Until next time, you have a fabulous week, and happy new moon in Aquarius, and happy lunar New Year. Blessings.